Hi, I'm May, and I'm Head of Admissions at School of Humanity. At School of Humanity, we are looking for curious learners who love learning and who want to learn in a meaningful way that makes a positive impact on the world. One of the main things we're looking for in the admissions process is an alignment with our learning model. So an understanding of the way we learn, how we learn, and why we learn the way we learn at School of Humanity. So what I'd really recommend before even submitting a written application is familiarizing yourself with our model and our curriculum, which you can do via our website, but also via our high school, summer school guides, and our curriculum guide as well. So make sure you're coming into the process with a really good understanding of what we offer and why it's the right fit for you. Another key characteristic that we're looking for is self-motivation. So all of our programs encompass a range of both live and self-paced learning. So it's super important that prospective applicants are aware of this balance and are really motivated to learn in this way. Something that sets really stellar and exceptional applicants apart is their enthusiasm and alignment with the program. So if you're excited to learn with School of Humanity, then we will be excited to welcome you to the program. So make sure that this comes across in your application. When applying to any of our programs, the first step will be to submit a written application. Now, this is really important to nail because it is your first impression to the admissions team about why we should progress with your application to School of Humanity. So some tips for the written application include making sure you're super clear about why you're applying for the program. So what are you hoping to gain from it? Why do you think you'll be a good fit for School of Humanity? And why are you excited to learn in this way? Another really important thing to include in your application is for us to learn more about you. So share more about your passions, your interests, what do you enjoy learning about, what makes you curious, what do you want to know more about, what are some of the gaps in your knowledge that you want to extend during the School of Humanity program, and really just giving us a picture of you as an applicant and your passions, interests, and your enthusiasm for the program. Another thing you can do when applying for any of our programs is upload optional exemplary work. So this can be any type of work that you are proud of that you have completed in the past. So this can be any types of artistic projects, written essays, blogs, photography, anything at all that you want to share with us. And this again helps us gain a much more holistic picture of you as a learner because we can really see where your strengths are and what your interests are as well. If you're applying for our high school, it's also really important that you submit adequate evidence showing that you're at the minimum grade 8 level of math and English that is required for School of Humanity. Now, it's totally fine if you've been homeschooling or if you don't have an official transcript, but you may be asked to provide additional evidence or participate in some admissions assessments during the admissions process if you can't provide evidence of this. And last but not least, make sure that you either meet or exceed the word limit per question. So for most of the questions in the application, it's around 50 words per question. So use this time and this space to really answer the question and showcase your thoughts and give us a better understanding of who you are as an applicant. It's really difficult as an admissions team to understand more about you if you've only written one sentence or two sentences. If you are shortlisted for an interview with our admissions team, it's really important not to be nervous, though I understand that it can be nerve-wracking when you think about chatting with someone from admissions. We like to think of our interviews as a two-way interview, so it's really a conversation and a time for you to learn more about School of Humanity as it is for us to learn more about you. So some tips for the interview process would be come prepared with questions. So is there anything you want to know about School of Humanity? What are you curious about? Or is there anything you don't understand about our learning model and our curriculum? Our admissions team are more than happy to answer any questions, and it actually demonstrates a really good understanding and enthusiasm for the program if you come prepared with things you want to know more about. In addition to this, another important thing is to try your best to be on time. We know that sometimes extenuating circumstances do happen, and we really are adaptable to this, but please do try and let us know if you aren't able to make your interview at the last minute, or if you do miss your interview, please do email us afterwards. Otherwise, there is a risk of your application being automatically withdrawn. Another section of the interview that's really interesting for us as an admissions team is where we learn more about the way you think. So make sure to take time to think in the interview. Don't feel rushed or pressured to answer straight away. It's really important that you take time to reflect on the questions being asked, and to share your opinion. Additionally, please do expand on your answers in the interview. Again, the most important thing is we're looking to learn more about you, and it's really difficult to do so if you do not expand on your answers. So make sure to give us reasons and examples of why you think what you've shared with us. Tell us more about your experiences, your educational background, your passions, your interests, but make sure that you're always backing it up with evidence, examples, and don't be afraid to ask us any questions if you're confused about the questions that we're asking you. So we're really here to help during the interview process, and we hope that you can see it as a two-way conversation and not a scary test or anything like that. And we're really looking forward to meeting you.